Sandpoint Goose Hunt to return in November. This comes by the Bonner County Daily Bee by Eva Seberg. Up in Sandpoint, the city is getting tough on geese after Sandpoint permitted beach goose hunts earlier this year and observed their effects. The city has opened up applications again for hunts this fall. This time around, hunts will occur twice weekly during the month of November on the following dates: November 1st, November 4th, 7th, 10th, 15th, 18th, 20th, and 22nd. Hunters will be selected via a blind drawing, which will be held at the Sandpoint City Hall Council Chambers on October 9th at 5:30 p.m. The applicants must be present in person at the time of the drawing. To participate in the hunt, a complete application must be submitted by October 15th. Applicants must be 21 years of age or older and provide proof of a valid Idaho hunting license, federal migrator bird stamp, and migrator bird permit at the time of the application. Each applicant must list up to 3 additional hunters to include with them in their blind. Additional hunters listed do not need to be present at the drawing, but must provide all necessary documentation to authorities on the day of the hunt. The goose hunts are designed to help combat a growing geese population at the city beach. The city has tried everything possible to keep the birds away from the beach, from decoys to relocation, but nothing has worked. The city hopes that by hunting some of the geese, it will deter them from coming to the beach. The city also believes that hunting is a more humane way to manage the goose population than euthanizing the birds, which I think this is a great idea. I think the whole state can learn some lessons on this. There are way too many dang geese in this state. Way too many. Fall comes around and you can't do a stinking thing at all. And then the parks get everywhere just covered in poop. Can you tell I'm passionate on this at all? At least let people say if it's a park or whatever, and maybe you're like, well, I don't want you to shoot them and hunt them in the environment, blah, 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 blah. Well, then let me at least let my dog off to chase them off the lawn, right? And eventually they'll just learn there's always going to be dogs at these certain places, and they're just not going to do it. There's plenty of fields all over the valley they can land. There's Lake Low that has its whole reserve area and stuff for them to land here in the valley anyways, right? And then they can do that and land and have their time. There's tons of lakes all over the state that they can land and do their things, and shorelines everywhere, but not in these wonderful parks that are designed for humans to enjoy. That is the function of these parks, to have a recreational area for the community to go out into and see the beauty of God's creation and nature. And if we have all these birds pooping everywhere, it really doesn't do any good, especially when, you've got this amazing resource. Everyone's got pets. Or in this hunter's case, I think this is a super fun thing. If someone does this and you're listening, please send me some footage of this over. I would love to play this on the podcast. We'll run it as a clip, or I'll reshare it over there on the Twitter. I didn't know they did this last year. Granted, I don't think maybe I was recording this. Maybe I wasn't. No, I think we're getting close to a year here, actually, of podcast. We'll have to do something special for that. But I think this is a wonderful idea, because geese, they have their place, but I think there's way too many in the state, and they're way too comfortable. I know there was a point when Canadian geese were endangered or something I don't know how that happened, maybe because they were just so dumb. But I think this is a wonderful resource, especially when it comes to the fact that it's just hey, the geese, they can wander around town. They're probably going to land on people's roofs. There's plenty of shorelines around the lakes they can land on and different stuff and swim in and different things, right? But not the beach, all right? Don't land on the beach. Make the birds understand that. You land on that beach, you're going to get shot, and it's not going to be fun for you. And it also makes it a fun thing for the community to help out, right, and get involved and to hunt and have that experience and teach kids how to do that and the patience that comes with hunting. I personally want to do more of it. I haven't done it. I need to find some friends to go do it with. I've done a lot of fishing, though. I love my fishing. That is totally my jam. But I know hunting is its own beast unto itself. And also, I think it's a bit more expensive. I think a fishing permit in the state of Idaho and then a hunting license are vastly. I think the hunting license is way more expensive. But then again, it does get more expensive as you get older. Actually, on that note, fun note, if you have a kid in the state of Idaho, get them their lifetime fishing and hunting license when they're born. Why do you want to do this? Here's the key. When you do it when they're first born, it is the cheapest. So your lifetime license in the state of Idaho, it gets more expensive as you get older to try to get a lifetime license, if I remember correctly. And so I had many friends that their parents were way more into fishing, and they got their lifetimes for the state of Idaho when they were born. It was super, super cheap, and they never have to worry about it again. If you're a parent and you're going to have a child here soon, or they're still young, please do it. You will thank me later. They will thank you later that they have that amazing resource, especially in this wonderful state of Idaho. The only exception I could see is if you're a person who's always traveling, then maybe. But even then, if it's cheap enough, I just do it. And even if you're in a different state, at least the kid can be like, hey, if I ever want to go to Idaho, I can fish and hunt for free, which is a wonderful blessing. But in any case, a funny story to hear about going on up there. If you're someone up there near the Sandpoint area, you might want to check into it. A little bit of a fun thing to do and help out your local community up there north.